Hello, Alex Jordan here with your Canfield Weekly Update. We've got a lot of pride every time we represent Canfield schools, come to work. It's definitely a position that you get humbled in and appreciate all the efforts of many individuals. But this week's special because we're able to talk about achievement. That's why we do what we do. We want to make sure that we recognize the achievement of our youngsters. And this week we're able to evaluate on how we do as a school system and just one snapshot of how we do. The report card is just one avenue and a snapshot on how we do as a whole throughout the whole school system. This, we want to make sure we highlight for you. We were able to do very well this year, as in years past, but we actually made some growth in multiple areas. First off, achievement. We were achieving at a B rate around the state of Ohio. They ranked different districts, and we were receiving a B. This year we received an A on how youngsters did on this standardized test. Gap closing is another area where we want to make sure that youngsters are showing growth. And gap closing addresses no matter if there's difficulty or disabilities in a youngster's life. It could be academic disabilities. It could be disabilities at home where they're coming from disruption in home. That's what gap closing shows. And we went from a B to an A in that area. Again, very happy with those results. Another area that I'd like to highlight for you that many people don't necessarily really get a grasp on. And I have to mention this because many of the state's media outlets focus on performance index. It's disappointing that our own media outlet in the Vindicator doesn't focus on this area. If you look at Cleveland Plain Dealer, if you look at Columbus Dispatch, entities that are viewed across the state as leaders focus on performance index, but our own doesn't. But I digress. In performance index last year, we were sitting at a 103. This year we're sitting at a 104.3. And you might be wondering, why are we focusing on performance index? Because it focuses on a youngster's growth at their ability level. So if we have advanced youngsters that are working above average, we see and we want to show growth at their ability level. So we get a certain percentage on how those youngsters do. We also have the majority of our population are average students, and then we're evaluated that way. But we also need to focus not only at differentiation at the high end, but also lower performing youngsters that might have some disabilities that need some extra help. We have also seen much growth in that area as well. That's why our performance index over the past several years has shown a trend moving forward. That's very important for us. What we're also proud of, only 5 districts across the state of Ohio spend similar dollars than Canfield schools and then also get results like we get in a positive manner. Every other district, so we're ranked 35th in the state of Ohio when you take a look at performance index. But only 5 of those 35 have similar cost per pupil. Everyone else performing at a higher rate than us and getting different results actually spend more. So 30 of the 35 spend much more per pupil. What does that tell you, folks, as a community? You're getting a pretty good bang for your buck. So I want to reassure you that this is one snapshot. But what's nice about this is we continue to grow. We continue to get better. And that's what we're hired to do, is to make sure that we grow in multiple areas for our youth in Canfield. We have a special event coming up next week. That's homecoming. The game is the 28th. And of course, the following day, wonderful activities in the evening. My daughter also has homecoming actually this week where she attends. And I can let you know that, yeah, the dress has been not only purchased, but it's been tailored. And also, the nails are going to get done. The hair is going to get done. We're going to make sure that she looks great, just like 500 other young ladies for Canfield is going to be next Saturday. So we're going to toss it to our kiddos, and they're going to talk about the experiences of homecoming.
Hi, my name is Claire Cristiano, senior here at Canfield High School.
I'm Troy Tyson, also a senior here at Canfield High School.
This year's homecoming ceremony is going to take place before the homecoming game. In the past, we've had the homecoming ceremony at halftime, but this year we decided to move it prior to the game for many different reasons. One of these reasons is that it'll give us more time to highlight our amazing students who've made it onto court. It also gives family and friends more time to take pictures of the students out on the field.
Students on court are also able to go back into the stands after the pictures and be able to enjoy the full game with their friends.
Also, not doing the ceremony during halftime gives our band and the away team's band more time to showcase their entire halftime show.
We're very excited to be able to start a new tradition of crowning the homecoming queen before the game.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Hope you guys have a great evening. Please be safe. I'm going to say it again. Please be safe. Your safety is our #1 priority, so please make sure you take care of yourselves. And never forget, it's a great time to be a Cardinal.